Hi there, Dr. IJ here, your life coach for college students. I want to share a lesson that I learned once, and that lesson is to mind time, place, and manner. What do I mean by that? I'll give you a story to exemplify just that. Kind of an embarrassing story. I remember being in a workplace once, and I was so furious with my boss. He did a lot of really questionable things, and I just did not like a lot of the things that he was doing because I thought he was pretty unethical. But he did something, and I was so furious because he was contradicting himself or being a hypocrite at the moment, and I couldn't understand. We had a large group of people at the meeting, and he made a comment, and I just rebutted, and my tone was inappropriate, and I was like, well, you said X, Y, and Z, but how come we're constantly doing X, Y, and Z? Like, I said something and it wasn't kind, it wasn't with a positive tone, I didn't manage my emotions, it was kind of an outburst, it was confrontational, all of that. And that's the lesson that I want to extend to you, because I want you to preserve your relationships. I also want you to preserve your reputation. So what do I mean by time, place, and manner? Let's take the example I gave you with being in a meeting space and having an outburst. What I could have been mindful of was the time. The time was not appropriate to confront my boss. Other people were around who perhaps should not have been around if I wanted to address a matter with my supervisor. So let's talk about the place. The location, the setting was not the correct setting to have a confrontation with my boss. I could have waited until the meeting was over and asked him to meet later on, one-on-one, where no one else had to witness what was going on, and we could have just had a conversation. So we talked about the time, the place, and then lastly is the manner. Surely my manner was highly inappropriate. Manner meaning my approach. I had a hostile tone, I was aggressive about it. The way I went about it was not ideal. So overall, I really want you to remember this principle when you feel upset with someone and you want to confront them or you want to address a matter. Make sure you've managed your emotions and you remember the time, place, and manner rule so that you can maintain the trust in the relationship and maintain a positive reputation. Overall, when you apply the time, place, and manner rule, what you're doing is effective problem solving. You're preventing people from retaliating or reacting to you in a negative way. So what steps are you going to do to remember the time, place, and manner rule? Will you apply it in your next conversation if you have to confront someone or address a situation? I sure hope you will. Make sure you share this video with a friend who needs to know about the time, place, and manner rule. I'll see you next time.